Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben, your go-to podcast for all things green and growing. I'm Ben, your allotment guide, and here to help you cultivate your garden and your passion for plants. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, this podcast is for you. Each episode will dig into tips, tricks and techniques to make your garden and allotment thrive. From planting, sowing and growing, we will share all the tips and advice. We will also have regular episodes talking about what we have been up to on the allotment. So sit back, grab a brew and enjoy today's episode. Hello and welcome back to Gardening with Ben with a brand new episode. It's been a while since our last episode, but guess what? The sound is sounding a lot better. And yeah, we've got a new microphone and a new laptop, so I'm hoping to start bringing you a lot more content back on social media again, from my YouTube channel to my Instagram to my podcasting. I want these podcasts to really take off and get started again. They've been doing so well. So hopefully we can continue them and get lots of people listening to them again. So what have we been up to? It's been a while, like I say, since our last episode. And we've been busy down at the allotment. We've had some good stuff, we've had some bad stuff, and yeah, we've been cracking on. We've been suffering a bit with our mental health at the moment. I've got a few things going off in my personal life, but hopefully we'll get through them and keep things motivated and keep things growing. And as you know, being down at the allotment in the garden is so good for the mental health. And I love creating stuff and bringing you new content on a regular basis. So what have we been up to? Well, all the spring flowers have died off now. They've all gone. They've all died away. And yeah, it's time for getting this summer bedding in. So we've been getting some summer plants in. We've put some in near our entrance of the plot. We've got lots of fruit growing as well at the moment, which I'm excited about. My blueberries are growing, my strawberries are growing. I've got some plums on this year. I've got some cooking apples growing. I've got normal apples. I've got pears growing. Our fruit is going to be fantastic this year. And we've been having hot weather and we've been having rainy weather. So that will help produce the fruit and get them growing, fingers crossed, down at the plot. So we've got all that to come. You never know, fingers crossed we will get some good crops. And I've not had many blueberries for a long time on the plot, as many as I've got this year. So hopefully we will get some successful plants growing. And we've also got some gooseberries growing as well. These are my red gooseberries, which taste sweet rather than sour. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting some good crops of them. And if you've not seen it on my social media, I've actually got some blue tits nesting in my bird boxes, in both of my bird boxes. Now, I've only just noticed them, and I'm thinking maybe it's a little late for birds nesting, because I had a video pop up the other day of when my blue tits fledged. So I'm just wondering if they've had babies already and they've fledged, or if they're looking at making a nest. So if you know much about blue tits and if this is the time for them nesting, let me know. So it's exciting times. We've got sunflowers planted. They're all in and growing away. And hopefully we'll get some good sunflowers down at the plot this year. We've got as peas growing, as lettuce is growing fantastic. We've got beetroot in. We've got as marrows in. We've got as pumpkins in. We've got as courgettes in. As potatoes is growing absolutely fantastic, really well. I'm growing them in boxes this year, like I did previously, because it's a lot easier. Because yeah, you can plant them in the ground, but it's getting them all out without stabbing them and making sure you've got them all out, or they'll keep coming year after year. Whereas if they're in the box, you can just empty them out and hey presto, you've got your potatoes. We've also got as carrots growing. Now this is the first time that I've grown them in a tub. So fingers crossed we are going to get a good crop of carrots. And looking at how well they're growing, they seem to be looking healthy. And yeah, well, not know until we pull them up, which is going to be a while yet. They don't look ready to pull yet. So hopefully we get some delicious carrots as well this year. We've also been out and purchased some more seeds because I've lost some crops. I've lost my cauliflowers and my cabbages and my broccoli. They've not done very well. So we've got some more seeds to plant. It says on the packet there's plenty of time to start them off. So we'll give them a shot. We'll give them a try. We'll see how well they grow. You can only try and do your best. So we've got them. And the reason why they didn't grow very well is because I didn't net them in time and the pigeons ate them all. Now I'm going to cover the ones that what are in the ground, what have been eaten by the pigeons, to see if they do grow. You never know, they might grow back. Hopefully they will. So we'll give them a try. We've also got us tomatoes out in the ground at the moment. We planted them outdoors this year. We did it last year and they grew absolutely fantastic. Now I'm doing it again this year. If they worked well last year, there's no doubt they should work well this year. So you'll have to keep tuned on them and see how well they get on. So what else have we got to plant? We've got cucumbers to plant. We need to get some compost this week and get all those cucumbers potted up and planted. I've got market morse cucumbers growing. I've got lemon variety cucumbers growing. So we've got a couple of varieties this year to try. I've never tried the lemon cucumbers before, so that's going to be a new one for me. They don't taste a lemon, but they do look like lemons, and apparently they are very tasty as well. So we'll see how they come on. We can only try new things. I do like to try new things every single year. So hopefully we're going to get a good crop of stuff this year. But this is going to be a short little episode. It's just catching back up with you all and to make you aware that I am still around and that I'm still here. And like I say, I have been struggling quite a lot recently. But I've got some ideas and I want to start doing my videos again. So hopefully we're going to start bringing out a lot more video content for you all and showing you tips and advice on a regular basis. If I can, try and do it daily. But we'll see how we get on. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but we can only try and do us best. So I hope that you're glad the podcasts are back. And yeah, I hope you're going to stay tuned and keep listening. We're going to be fetching these back on a regular basis, like I said. But make sure you turn your notifications on and then you'll get notified when the new podcasts come up. So until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep shining, and keep gardening with Ben. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Gardening with Ben. I hope you have found some useful tips and inspiration for your own gardening and allotment journey. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please make sure to follow and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a new episode. And if you have a moment, I'd love for you to leave a review and share the podcast with fellow gardening enthusiasts. Your support helps us grow this community and continue bringing you great content. You can also follow us on social media on every platform called Gardening with Ben for daily gardening tips and updates. Happy gardening, and until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep shining, and keep gardening with Ben.